Hey everyone, Laser Edition here. I've been trying to record playing this game for like an hour now and to have a bunch of problems, but we're gonna try one more time. I wanted to play some games that aren't card games because I love a whole bunch of single player games that I haven't been playing lately, and I wanted to change that now that QuakeCon is wrapped up. Gonna be putting some more variety stuff on the channel just because I think it's totally fun. That does not mean by any means that Legends or Mythcard or other card games are going to be leaving. Those are still going to be primarily what goes on the channel. But I really want to play Devil May Cry 5, so I'm going to do that because I think it's going to be sweet. For anyone who hasn't played any of these games, we're going to check out the history of DMC, which is, it explains all the lore and what happened in the previous games because there's a lot of it, and I imagine they're not going to be giving a whole bunch of it away while you're playing, so we're going to go through this real quick. A single demon challenged the Emperor of the Underworld for the sake of mankind. The demon would prove victorious and seal off the Underworld. That demon was the Dark Knight Sparta. He's one of the big bad evil guys. Sparta's legend spread, and the legendary Dark Knight was revered by mankind. Not a big bad evil guy, he's the... Anyway. As years slipped by, the memory of his deeds and the existence of demons faded from memory. After 2,000 years, the seal on the underworld began to weaken. The demon Emperor Mundus and his minions after Sparta's wife and twin sons in an act of revenge. Sparta's human wife, Eva, stood no chance against the demons and lost her life. One of Sparta's sons, Virgil, went missing. The only survivor was Dante, Virgil's twin brother. Decades later, Dante was reunited with his lost brother, Virgil. This is one of the previous games, Devil May Cry 3. He survived the years with the help of his father's sword, the demon blade Yamato, and longed to obtain even greater might by unlocking the powers of Sparta. Arkham, a man bent on obtaining demon power, knew that unlocking Sparta's power would weaken the seal on the underworld. I love this music. To this end, Arkham manipulated Virgil from the shadows to fulfill his deluded ambitions. Conflicted over his feelings for his lost brother, Dante set out to stop Virgil and Arkham. Along the way, Dante met a demon hunter named Lady. Her lust for revenge against Arkham, the man who killed her mother, served to steel Dante's resolve. After learning that Arkham was the real threat all along, Dante and Virgil teamed up to fight the Mad Scholar. However, this camaraderie did not last long, as the two could not overcome their differences. The battle between brothers was fierce, but Virgil met his match. In the end, he refused Dante's help as he fell alone into the underworld. Soon after, Dante opened his shop for business, Devil May Cry. That's the third game. Fronting as a local handyman, he used his business to hunt down demons and collect information on Mundus. Sometime later, Devil May Cry 1? Yes. A mysterious and beautiful woman appeared at Dante's door. The woman's name was Trish, and she bore a striking resemblance to Dante's deceased mother. She led Dante to Mallet Island, where Mundus had been sealed away. There, Dante faced a gauntlet of Mundus' minions, all of whom fell to the Devil Hunter's inordinate strength. One such adversary was revealed to be Virgil, warped into the demon known only as Nello Angelo. In the face of Mundus' cruelty, Dante's anger erupted like never before. Kinda having fun narrating. The true power Dante inherited from his father Sparta was unleashed, which he used to seal Mundus away once again. Dante then returned to hunting demons with Trish and Lady at his side. Many demons continued to evade the human world, but not even demonic rulers rivaling the power of Mundus could match Dante's strength. All was at peace in the human world, but not for long. A Sparta-worshipping cult known as the Order of the Sword aimed to take control of the human world through something I missed it. Thus, Dante traveled to their base in Fortuna to assassinate the Order leader Sanctus. Incensed by this affront, the Order dispatched young holy knight Nero to kill Dante, the protagonist of Devil May Cry 4. He learned of the Order's true goals during his pursuit of Dante and was killed for it by the scientist Agnes. Unbeknownst to all, Virgil's sword Yamato had been in the Order's possession. The blade resonated with Nero, reviving him with new demonic powers. That's the big plot twist. This was proof enough that the blood of Sparta coursed through Nero's veins as well. Having learned of the Order's sinister plans, Nero confronted fellow Holy Knight and mentor Credo about his involvement. But alas, his former mentor had been working towards the Order's goals all along. On top of everything, Sanctus was revived with the aid of nefarious powers. Nero's beloved Kyrie was then taken hostage, and the lovers were absorbed into the core of the Order's ultimate weapon, the Savior. Enraged over his sister Kyrie's treatment, Credo tried to save Nero, only to be dealt a fatal blow at the hands of Sanctus, the leader. Just when all seemed lost, the legendary Dante arrived to battle the Savior and rescue Nero. Nero was then able to defeat Sanctus and put an end to the Order's evil machinations. Dante sensed in Nero the same connection to Sparta's power and so entrusted Yamato to the youth before leaving Fortuna. The two parted ways and continued their fight against the demons in defense of the human world. The two descendants of Sparta kept the world safe and at peace for many years. I feel like there's a but coming. But things never last forever. Oh, but nothing's ever lasts forever. Whatever. A crisis looms on the horizon, the likes of which their world has never seen. Devil May Cry 5. So yeah, this game has very heavy Catholic lore with light and dark and good and evil and demons and angels. Has a whole bunch of metal soundtrack, which is just the greatest thing ever, and it's edgy as all get out, which when I was a teenager was the greatest thing in the world, and now that I only have an inner teenager is still kind of amazing. I played the prologue before as like a test to make sure everything was working correctly. It was not, so we're going to play through it again because it's pretty quick and it kind of sets things up. I think I need to turn the volume up a little bit. And not. Okay, I'll just turn it up on OBS. All right, we'll see if that works. If it doesn't work, then I'll fix it before I film the next episode. So the game is segmented in, I think they're called like chapters, but they're basically missions. So I think the idea is I'm going to do 1 or 2 missions per video, depending on how fast the missions are. But yeah, Devil May Cry, super fun series, amazing soundtrack. Gameplay is a ton of fun. Lots of fun combos and aerial combat and gunslinging. It's really great. So I have high hopes for this game. And hopefully this time the recording decides it wants to behave. The first time I had some settings wrong, so it recorded like choppy, like frame by frame instead of actually being a video. And then the second time it just decided to crash, so that was fun. Eventually it'll load. I'm like relatively confident that it'll eventually load. And it grew both day and night till it bore an apple bright. I've read that like 4 times at this point, and I have no idea where it's from. Anyone curious? I'm playing with a PS4 controller. That's kind of gross, I'll be honest. All those like holes in it. Ugh. May 16th, 8:06 p.
We've known each other a long time. You never had this much trouble.
Broker Morrison.
You gonna make it through this, Dante?
This level design is so cool. It's like a bug hive for demons and devils. There's Dante. He was the protagonist for most of the games. Not all of them, but most of them.
What am I doing wasting my time here? He's got this.
It's Nero, the protagonist of Devil May Cry 4.
You should not underestimate this demon.
And V, the mysterious one, is
It was
new.
he who took your right arm and gained a great deal of power from it.
And Nero's right arm had like demon powers in it in the 4th game.
I'm leaving. I suggest you do not fall behind.
Yeah.
Is it like surfing on a shadow? Because that's kind of awesome.
You're an interesting guy, but you're right. I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
Yeah, for anyone watching, this game is very much not PG. So, just an FYI. Yeah, mission start. Let's do this prologue. By the way, I'm going to end up cutting out a lot of the loading screens in case they take a while. Okay, we're back in. Let's go.
Dante.
Just gonna throw that out there. Just gonna say the guy's name and leave it. So you can like wall jump here. You hit it at the right time, which I'm not. There we go. Alright, first combat sequence. It's a little gross, I'll be honest. I really like the character design in this game. The demons are all bloated and gross and bloody. It's awesome.
I could take you with no arms.
So they lock you off when you're fighting. These things that drop are called red orbs. They're basically like the currency of the game, because you can get them from killing stuff, and then when you are done with the mission, you get to use them to get upgrades and whatnot. Like new combat maneuvers, new weapons, all that kind of good stuff. I'm just gonna grab all of it quick.
V, can I trust you?
That's a good question, Nero. Hey, looks like someone did our work for us already. Oh no! It's another guy who can fly and bring them back. Their little wings are so weird. Green Empusa. The other ones are regular Empusas.
Demons helping each other out? That's where I'm coming to.
So you can do like a charge shot. Can jump in the air and kill stuff. Shoot while you're in the air, which will keep you in the air for a while. Over there you can see there's like a combat gauge to see how well you've done. The way they describe that is the more stylish your combat is, the more points you get, and you get extra red orbs or currency when you're done based on how stylish your fight was.
Hey, thought you took off.
Do you not understand? We cannot hope to do this without you.
That's all right, superstar. Go on with your bad stuff. Go ahead. We got this.
I have no idea who that little bird thing is yet. All I know is he's immediately my favorite. Alright, I'm gonna take these guys out real quick. We only have 2 moves so far. All we have is this little charge shot, which we can do here. We have that, and we have the launch them into the air move, which is, it's not a ton, but it's something. I think that's everybody. Yeah, it's everybody. There are orbs for me to collect? No. Okay, moving on. I might futz with the camera controls later, like the sensitivity and whatnot. I don't know. So Dante's in trouble. We're gonna go try and give him some backup. starring the DMC crew. I like it.
Hold on, Dante.
Man, that character design is so cool. God, I love it. That's the two women that were mentioned earlier, Lady and Trish. Nice shot.
Looks like this won't be a total waste of time after all. Hey, jackass! Did your mother ever teach you it's not nice to steal?
Get it? Cause he stole his arm? You get it?
Sorry, Dante. I'm bagging this bitch.
You show him, Nero. With like the duster on and everything. Alright, so unfortunately I already played through this, so I already know this is one of those ones where you're like meant to lose and then the game continues. So I'm just gonna hard int right here and move on with the story. It was really funny watching me trying to like figure this out. It was like jumping over, I'm like, I don't think I'm doing anything, guys. I was like worrying about the fact that I couldn't jump over everything and whatnot. It was so bad. Oh no! Missiles! Like I genuinely don't know if I'm doing damage or not. I don't think I am, because there's a little meter at the bottom, and I'm pretty sure it's staying exactly where it was. And I'm just gonna run into this. Alright, and we can continue on. Ouch. He's not looking great, is he? Man, when I was like 14, I really wanted to look like Nero, all like, you know, black hair and edgy and leather jacket and stuff. Yeah, you show him, Dante.
Round two.
And he got old. So that's something called Devil Trigger, I think it's called, where he like, you know, channels his demon blood and tries to kick additional butt with it.
Get her out of here! This is a bad move!
Evidently, yeah.
Go! You're just dead weight! Back up!
Come on. Let go. We must leave here. It's far stronger than we ever could have imagined. Bastard called me deadweight. I didn't come all this way for nothing.
It's so edgy. I love it.
Stop hitting yourself and think of ways to get stronger and actually help. If Dante loses, you're all that can defeat Urizen.
Urizen. Whoever that is.
What you call him? Yes. Urizen, the Demon King. That's the name of the demon that took your arm.
Backstory. Cha-cha-cha. Ugh. That's probably really bad. Man, those graphics are really cool. I really like that. Alright, making a break for it, boys. Run! Splat. Look how they jumped on the back of that bulbous thing that just kind of turned into liquid. Like gooed itself.
What happened to Dante? Where's Dante?
He's buying time, but it doesn't look good.
No, that doesn't look good. You're right, Nero. That looks really, really bad, actually. That's a terrible way to go, too, being randomly impaled by, like, demon tendrils.
Dante lost.
Forget it. There's nothing we can do. We must go.
Yeah, human skewers, probably not what anyone was looking to see today. Alright, and that is the prologue. Didn't have a ton of moves to get stylish points with, that's fine. We got a B, yeah, okay, I can work with that. We got 4,800 red orbs, so that's great. Bonus orbs, that is. So, between the history and the prologue, I think I'm going to cut this one off here, go check the volume levels and make sure the recording was okay one more time, just because I know it's better than it was last time, but just to check. We're definitely going to be doing more of this, as well as card game content in the future, so if you want to make sure you see this, go ahead and subscribe down below. Make sure you let me know if you like this kind of content, leave your comments and likes to show me that you want this to keep happening. I'll be honest, it's going to keep happening one way or the other, but it really, really helps me a lot if you do. So go ahead and hit that like button. I will see you all again soon, and yeah, have a good one.